This is the Halftime Show with Omar Al-Duri on Pulse 95.
Salam, welcome to the Halftime Show with Omar Al-Duri. I'm your host, covering everything sport, international and local. Hope you're having a blessed day wherever you're tuned in around the world, whether it's 95 FM, Pulse95Radio.com, our app, Sharjah Broadcasting Authority, or even if you're chilling at home watching us live on YouTube. Thank you very much for connecting with us today. And it's with great pleasure that I welcome Fadi El Khatib today on the Halftime Show, talking about mental and physical health. Now, Fadi is a well-known athlete who has represented his country in basketball, playing all over around the world. His dedication to sports has inspired so many people and till today continues to fly the flag. We're talking to him today about his love for basketball, how he found his why, and how important mental fitness is on the only place to be at 3, the Halftime Show on Pulse 95.
This is the Halftime Show with Omar Al-Duri on Pulse 95.
Salam and welcome to the Halftime Show with Omar Al-Duri. I'm your host, covering everything sport, international, local. Hope you're having a blessed day wherever you're tuned in around the world, whether it's 95 FM, Pulse95Radio.com, our app, Sharjah Broadcasting Authority, or even if you're chilling at home watching us live on YouTube. Now, this gentleman right here needs no introduction, but I'm going to give it to you anyway, because this guy is a legend in the game, a celebrity, an entrepreneur, and listen, the list goes on and on. Fadi, welcome to the show.
Habibi Omar, thank you for this amazing introduction. Thank you. It's an honor and pleasure to be hosted at your show.
The honor is all mine, Fadi. And listen, when I posted you on my Instagram saying you were coming on, the comments I was getting, people were so excited to hear from you and less from me. So let's get straight into it. Now, Fadi, I've followed your career and the way it started. You know, talk to us about that journey, coming into the game itself, the game that you love.
Well, it started from the passion of sports at the beginning. I love sports. I love everything about sports. I used to play beach volleyball. I used to play professional football. I used to play definitely basketball and all kinds of sports, swimming. So at the very young age. But the passion and this feeling toward those games, wasn't hidden, because it was a blood to me, and basketball was everything, and I kept on dreaming about playing basketball every day. So I go back from hours and hours of training, and I sleep and I keep dreaming about the next day, waking up, putting my gear on and go again playing basketball. Even at school, when I was at school, all what I was thinking about definitely is my education and how I'm gonna play basketball after school. When is the time will be done from school to go play basketball? So basketball was my life and still is my life. And sports in general is what the passion to me. Yesterday I wanted to post something that sports equal life. It's when you have passion towards something, you work hard to achieve your goals in it, and you just don't stop. And it takes a lot from people who really want to achieve their dreams, their goals. It takes a lot of sacrifice many things in their life to be able to achieve their goals. It's not easy. People think that, he's a talented player and, he's a great businessman or he's a great engineer or a doctor. No, it didn't. God gave us, yes, the gift, but it's you who develop the skills, the talent, work hard, non-stop, be an example, role model, and show that nothing comes easy.
Genetically, now we have to give some credit to the family as well, because your mother played volleyball, your father did Roman wrestling. The genetics play a part, but the hard work. Talk to me how hard it was to really polish up your game.
I never stopped until today. I never stopped until today. I keep on showing people that working hard is the key to achieve. Working hard in terms of working hours and hours and hours, getting no sleep, practice 3 times per day, keep your mind focused, mentally tough. It took a lot of my life to be able to get to the stage that, yes, I did the best player in Asia. I played in Europe. I was picked to the NBA, and still with all this, I don't stop. I keep on going. I keep on showing. I keep practicing. Keep on training. Even at the age of 42, the posts I do on Instagram aren't posts to show my body. They are posts. It's a message to people that yes, you can be at the age of 42, 45, 50 and super fit and, healthy, and you're taking care of your body. Mentally, you're tough. Mentally, you're structured to be in a way that you want it to be. So everything you do in life, it's about how you structure things, how you want to achieve those things, and you put a plan for those things to achieve it, and you work on them. You don't just say, yes, I'm okay, I have a nice voice, or I have a nice body to be a model, or I have a nice good talent in football or basketball, and that's it. You have to work hours and hours and hours, day and night, to achieve your dreams and your goals, and that's what I did. It took a lot. I was away from all the fun things in life, away from traveling, away from enjoying, away from being out with friends, away, all of that, part I was totally distracted from. I was into my trainings, into my career, into my goals and dreams and plans and what I want to achieve and where I want to head. And this is why I was so dedicated, so committed, so disciplined to what I was doing.
Fantastic. Coming up next, we're talking to Fadi about how he was as a kid and how actually it shaped him to be an athlete, a human, and a great person. Only on the only place to be at 3, the halftime show on Pulse 95.
This is the halftime show with Omar Al Duri on Pulse 95.
Salam and welcome back to the halftime show with Omar Al Duri. I'm your host from Everything Sport International Local. Normally, you're talking about my energy, but today we've quadrupled that with Fadi, who's here in the building with me right now on Zoom. We're talking live in the UAE on the only place to be at 3, the Pulse 95 halftime show. Right. Okay, Fadi, there's something you talked about structure in the segment 1, and you talked about hard work, but there's a pivotal moment when you were growing up at school because you were quite restless, and the form of punishment was really interesting because it was related to sports. Now, I remember you telling this story before. How important was that in someone understanding Fadi and how to get the best out of Fadi as a kid, which has helped him now?
Listen, the president of the school understood my talent and understood my, how I am in love in this game. And he, whenever I was distracted from the class and starting to distract all the students in class, he came up with a rule. He called it, Fadi's rule, that whenever you see Fadi doing this, send him to the court for 5 minutes, maximum 6 minutes, let him shoot around and let him go back to class. So he understood how passionate I was to the game, how hyper I was, how I was so dedicated to this game, and my mind was all about basketball. Definitely, I never stopped my school because of basketball. No, I graduated, I finished, and I had my degrees. But basketball was everything. So he understood how to manage Fadi and his education. At the same time, he gives Fadi the freedom and not putting him in a prison when he wants to be out for this 5 minutes. Go hit the court, shoot around, come back to the class. relax. So that was amazing thing that he did, and trust me, it helped me a lot. This doesn't happen every hour. It happens once per day, or twice per day. But that's about it. Those 10 minutes was stress relief for me.
And giving you those 10 minutes, how important was it for your mental fitness? Now, most of the people talk about physical fitness, and they always say it's so important, but giving you the 10 minutes of that freedom to be Fadi, to create, to be creative, how important was that for your mental fitness?
Usually we warm up with when you do warm up, at least you need around 10-15 minutes to start warming up. Those 5 minutes every 1 hour that I took, trust me, I was going back to class sweating. I gave it all in this 5 minutes. All what I have, from capacity, from strength, from mind set to where I am now, from everything. Physically, I was completely destroying the 5 minutes, having the advantage, and I wanted to take advantage of those 5 minutes to enjoy what I love, and go back and go back to my classes and finish the day. But trust me, it helped me a lot mentally. It helped me a lot. It eased a lot on things on myself. It made me more calmer in the class. And at the same time, I did what I wanted to do and go shoot around, sweat, give it all, and go back to class.
Yeah, and looking at all those things, amongst the things that actually help you reset your mind and get yourself positive and in the right frame, do you have things that help you kind of reset your brain? Because you have, like, on your post, you show that you're training, you show that you're looking after your food. What about things like breath work, self-talk, meditation? Do you do much of that?
I don't do meditation because my meditation is the gym. That's my meditation. That's my stress relief. Sports is my meditation. I do a lot of hot power yoga. I do a lot of music.
Nice.
In my car when I'm driving. I love my escape is to go jump in my car, drive, days, not hours. I won't stay with my music on, and that will be amazing for me. But in terms of meditation, I don't do a lot, but every person have his own meditation structure, or how he wants to calm down, or how he wants to be more relaxed. When I hit the gym, trust me, I give it all. I go out after 2 hours of workout, and I work out really, in a mad way. And I leave the gym with a zero stress, and I'm very happy, very calm, and I go back to work to my office with a big smile on my face.
Nice. Before we take a break, I'm just very curious. What's on that playlist?
The playlist I have. Listen, I like a lot. I love Arabic music.
Okay.
I adore Arabic music. I listen to English sometimes. When I like song, I listen to Brazilian, Latin. I like Latin music. I like Turkish. So it depends, the mood, and it's morning, afternoon, night. So it depends. But my phone doesn't stop on playing music in the car. So it's a long list.
Nice. We're going to take a quick break now, but we'll be right back. There's much more from Fadi coming up on the only place to be at 3, the halftime show on Pulse 95.
This is the Halftime Show with Omar Al-Duri on Pulse 95.
Salam and welcome back to the Halftime Show. If you're kicking yourself for missing the first two segments, don't worry, you can catch all of our podcasts on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, or if you prefer a visual and you want to see this great man himself, head over to the YouTube channel Pulse 95 Radio and he will be there on our episode later on today. Okay, people, right. So we spoke about mindset, we spoke about basketball, we even spoke a little bit about music. Now we're going to be talking about a couple of things. Now, Fadi, you mashallah, you're an entrepreneur, you're an athlete. You know, I've seen you labeled as a celebrity. I've seen you labeled as a motivational person. But with all these things that you do, how do you manage to do all these things and still maintain your own lifestyle?
The most important thing for you is to manage your time and manage your life in a way that you're giving every sector its own time and its own, capacity that you need to give it. When it comes to family, I'm definitely a very family person. That I'm very into my kids, very into my wife. We are very close to each other. So I make sure I give the time I give them all the time for them. And I never anything on them. I make sure that they are happy, enjoying me, having their father next to them, and as well, they understand that I have my work and I have my business to run. When it comes to being a businessman, I always tell my wife, sleeping is a waste of time. Trust me, if I can, live my life without sleeping, I wouldn't even say no for 1 second. The power, the energy we get from sleeping is why I'm sleeping. That's it. If I can be working 24 hours non-stop, I would say yes, I want to keep on going for 24 hours non-stop, because there is a lot to do in your life, especially when you have goals, you have dreams, you want to achieve many things. I always say, Omar, once a climber, he wants to climb a mountain and he achieved this mountain, and for a fact he did it. After climbing this mountain, he needs to search for a bigger mountain to climb it, and he keeps on going. And this is my target. This is you achieve something, search for a bigger thing, search for another thing. So just stay active, and that's why I always find time, yes, for everything, for my work, for being someone who motivate people, for my family, and as well for my parents. So there is time for everything. You have to be structured and have your life structured in a way that you give everything its own time, and when you want to give something, or you have this 3-4 hours at work, give it all. Give the 3-4 hours, give all what you have, give all what you have to your family, give all what you have to when you're on stage giving a motivational speech. When you are in a dinner, enjoy the dinner. When you are on the court, enjoy the court. When you're in the gym, enjoy the gym. So don't do something that you're not enjoying and not giving the time for it. So do it with passion, and do it all, and give it all what you have.
And what advice, when you mentioned structure and you mentioned passion and you mentioned family, I was listening to all those things and I was saying, Fadi has found his why. He knows why he does things. For those people that are looking for their why, what would you advise them to do?
For those people, first of all, they need to find something that they love and they think that they can achieve, and achieve success in this thing, and they need to work really hard for it. You cannot say, yes, I want to achieve this and I like this, and sit down and wait for God to give you the luck and bring it to your house as a gift. يعني ربنا ما حيجيب لك الهدية الsuccess to your house while you're sitting, you're not doing your job, and in return achieve success in it. So I always tell them, work extra hours for what you want, work hard for it, give it all, plan, ask experts, have people around you that can help you to grow, but don't give up on things that you want and you want to achieve ever. This is my advice for them.
I'm ready to go train now. Are you ready, Fadi? All right, coming up next, we're almost reaching full time on the halftime show. We have our final segment, so stay tuned for more on the only place to be at 3, the halftime show on Pulse 95.
This is the Halftime Show with Omar Al-Duri on Pulse 95.
Salam and welcome back to the Halftime Show with Omar Al-Duri. Now, I'm so glad this meeting went through because, I wanted to interview Fadi really badly. I know it's not in the studio as promised, but the content and the fact that after speaking to him on segment 3, I was ready to go. Fadi, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. I know you're super busy. And some really, really, really interesting nuggets mentioned throughout the show. You mentioned family. You mentioned how it started. You mentioned the pivotal part of the president in university and school, trying to get you, to channel your inner Fadi. But what I want to ask you is, you still compete now, right?
Yeah.
You still get involved in like tournaments. You still get, you still stay active.
Well, in basketball last year, I played one game only in Lebanon because I was in the phase that I'm building my own complex in UAE in Dubai. So I wasn't able to go and come back. This year, I expanded the complex to this is part where I always do. And chase my dreams. I did a smaller complex, and then I saw really a great potential to grow it more. And then I took another 2 warehouses. I opened it all together, and I expanded the complex to a bigger sports club. And the time now is really. It's killing me in terms of competing and playing basketball professionally. But whenever I have a chance, I will compete, and I will do it the same way I used to do it.
Before I let you go, Fadi, thank you again very much for your time. It was an absolute honor to interview you. Where can the followers stay in touch or follow you on social media?
Yeah. It's my page is Fadi El Khatib 15. It's verified with the blue tag, and on Instagram and TikTok as well, and Facebook. So I'm always active. I'm very active nowadays. I wasn't active a year ago, but now I'm very active because I'm doing something I love and motivate people, and show them the 3 sectors in my life that I care about is family, work, and sports. And I always try to highlight that, do everything you're doing in passion, with love, and give all what you have to these things that you're doing and you care about.
Keep shining, Fadi. You're a star, man. I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much. And hopefully I will catch up with you soon, I promise. And there you have it, folks. That is full time on the halftime show. And that was Fadi El Khatib right here on Pulse 95 Radio. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a wicked, wicked day. And I will see you soon.
If you liked this episode of the Halftime Show, drop a like and subscribe.
95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.